Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Gay and Elliot here, bringing you a quick commentary on my opinions about the CoD community, you know, how it's growing or getting smaller, shit like that, like what's actually happening, and if I still think it's as good as it was. So, yeah, let's get right into the commentary. Alright, so basically, like, I'd say the CoD community is probably getting worse in some areas, such as, like, sniping and trick-shotting. You know, there's a lot of, like, kids who just basically just give abuse to people for no reason, you know, tell them to kill themselves, get cancer, stuff like that. There's a lot of, like, racism and shit, which I just find pretty pointless. It's not really helping anyone achieve, like, what they want, you know, get into a bigger team. Just makes you look a bit of a dickhead, really, you know. You're just swearing at some random person you don't know. So, yeah, whereas I can see how it's growing, like, knifing is definitely getting bigger. Competitive CoD as well, it's getting a hell of a lot bigger than it was about 5 years ago. Because, you know, 5 years ago, barely anyone watched. Now, like, some of the biggest CoD YouTubers are competitive players. So it's, like, certainly... I'd say that side's certainly growing. But the main concern, realistically, is sniping. Because, you know, it's one of the things which has been around the longest on CoD. Like, with YouTube anyway. And it is pretty much just going to shit. Because how certain people act in, like, teams which are kind of ruining and supporting the type of people who are affecting the CoD community. You know, it's like quite a lot of shit. You know, I'm trying to think of a good example. You know, teams with bad reputations as well. Stuff like DMG that never had a good rep, or Supra and Bolt. Like, they are hated teams, and I'm not too sure why, but it's probably pointless reasons, unless it is something like to do with subbotting, or like if they have a lot of people who cause a shit ton of negative drama for the team, you know, like racism and shit along that lines. Because I think there is, you know, there's no need for racism anywhere, but, you know, never mind in CoD esports, you know, in any sport realistically. You know, it's not tolerated in football, so I don't see why it's tolerated on, like, CoD and shit like that, and on different types of communities in various sports and shit like that. Also, like, I don't know, it's just pretty bad compared to, like, pub stomping and shit like that as well. Not many people really have all these arguments, you know, like, it's pretty chill, like, over there, you know. There's no really major racism or, like, shit talking, you know, telling people to get cancer and shit, because realistically, I don't see why you would tell someone to get cancer. It's pretty pointless, and it's not particularly, like, a great thing to say, you know. I'm sure most people have had, like, an experience with cancer, either had it or know someone who's had it, someone close to them, and they'd be able to like, tell you that it's not a great thing. So realistically, I'm kind of assuming it's 12-year-olds who say shit like this, or, you know, just your occasional dickhead within CoD or in YouTube. And it's realistically, it's nothing productive or special about giving abuse and being a bit of a keyboard warrior to random people over the internet. You know, it's pretty negative and pretty shitty. Also, this may be a bit of a ranty video, but it's just what I think of pretty much little shitlocks who enjoy shouting abuse at people down the mic, being racist, telling people to die, shit like that. It is absolutely fucking pointless, and I think people who do shit like that should not be in a team, because if I still led teams and I had someone who, like, said something like that, I would kick them, as I had done before, with something to do with someone telling someone else to get cancer, because it's wrong, and it's not going to really help your team or that person in life. It's pretty fucking useless, so yeah. I'm just thinking what else to talk about. Realistically as well, you know, I reckon you should go and drop a sub to Gain, because Gain doesn't tolerate any of this. Bit of self-promotion and team promotion there. But, you know, definitely check them out again. I am preaching this quite a lot, but that's because I am not passionate, but, you know, I want to put a lot into this team, try and help it grow, and eventually maybe, like, get onto a leadership team, depends. But, you know, I've been trying to help out, helped recruit a few players, shit like that. So yeah, so just basically leave your response to this video down below, you know, like, if you agree with me, what you think needs to be done, because there is too much shit going on, realistically. It's a hell of a lot of just shit talking and trash talking, and it is pretty fucking pointless. Now, personally, I just say, get them out of the community, you know. You tell someone, like, I'm sure if you were in FaZe and you, like, shouted a shit ton of abuse, you know, called someone like a fat cunt and told them to die, I'm sure you would get nowhere realistically, you would probably get kicked from that team straight away. So, you know, it's just how I feel about shit. You know, I don't think people should really be shouting over his abuse. But realistically, I'd say the community's, like, sniping community is fucking... It's definitely growing, but, you know, a lot of people are getting bored of it, because it's not much which has really changed. You know, there's nothing new about it. Now, it's competitive, I guess it changes every year. New rules and, like, new different tactics. Shit like that. New players, new tournaments. Like, stuff like that, I guess it gets a bit more interesting. So, yeah, any, like, comments down, like, leave down below about, like, anything to do with this video, really. Also, remember to like, you know, obviously comment and subscribe. Check out Gain. This has been Gain Elliott. Peace.